create interest during the winter when all the leaves are gone, you really want to have something in the garden that brightens up the garden or shows off something different. And in this case, you can choose trees that have a specific exfoliating bark that is beautiful in the winter and even attractive during the summer months. This is one of the Chinese dogwoods, and behind me I have one of our native dogwoods. Really doesn't have what I call interesting bark, but this bark on this tree starts to shed, and you can even peel it off just like this. And every place where I'm peeling off this bark, it's lightly colored, and throughout the season some of these portions become really lightly colored. I'll show you some things later that sort of look like a giraffe's neck. Many of us are familiar with cherries. Cherries have beautiful bark, could be quite shiny when they're younger, but remember these words: tree lilac. Right in here we have planted a few of these easy to grow yellow blooming trees. They bloom sometime in June, and it's known as the Japanese tree lilac. And look at the bark. To me, it would seem that this is the cherry tree until I look up towards the top or see it blooming with yellow flowers just like your lilacs end of May or June. One of my top 5 favorite small trees with beautiful exfoliating bark is the crepe myrtle. And just imagine a giraffe's neck. And this is a small tree that does not get too large in diameter. And if you look, you can see the alternating colors, the cinnamon and the pale, almost whitish color. And you can actually see, and this is kind of neat, the way this bark just peels right off the tree. Here is some of the bark that still was at the base of the tree. In addition to this bark that peeled off this year, this new bark is really smooth. It's almost velvety. Just imagine you're somewhere in the tropics. So you might want to consider planting 3 or 4 or 5 of these in your garden. And the one thing you want to look for is the variety that is called Natchez. It's a pure white flower. Maybe not as pretty as the pinks and the reds, but it does have the best exfoliating bark. I'm Mark Viette. Join me next time in the garden.
For more garden tips, go to inthegardenradio.com.